Dad was a high school teacher for 35 years, and he sure taught me a thing or two. I thought he could do anything. He replaced all the fixtures in the bathroom with new fixtures. He took out a picture window, replaced it with a sliding glass door. Then off the door, he built a deck and stairs down to the backyard. Then he rented a jackhammer and took out the sidewalk and the stairs that were next to the house to prevent the downstairs from flooding when it rained. Then he built a form and poured concrete, built a new set of stairs and a sidewalk. One afternoon, I was watching MASH, waiting for the gong show to come on, and he called me into the laundry room. Now, I was his go-to gopher, an extra set of hands, hold the light here and hold all these screws. And well, he took a lot of screws out of the washing machine. Then we lifted the shell up completely off the washing machine. After a minute, he said, okay, and we put the thing back down on top of the washing machine, and he let me go watch Gene the Dancing Machine for a little bit. I guess he ran like a short cycle on the washer. He called me back in about 20 minutes later, and we put all the screws back into that machine. I never thought anything of it. 20 years later, he came down to Texas to see his boys and his granddaughter. It was an annual event during the 90s. He would fly in from Rochester, then rent a car, drive to Nacogdoches, and then a couple days later, Dad and I would drive to Corpus, the 6-hour trip to see Ambra. It was on one of those trips that Dad taught me something else. We got talking about God, and he asked me, do you remember the washing machine repair? Yeah. He said, I was sure grateful that the sump pump was there in the laundry room, otherwise the entire downstairs might have been flooded. He said, before I called you in, he said, I prayed to God. Lord, you know what I'm dealing with. You know my heart. Huey with the braces and the snow tires and the mortgage. I don't know the first thing about fixing this washing machine. I know you can fix it. Lord, make it obvious what's wrong with this thing. When we got the shell off, he told me, there was a sock in the end of the drain tube. There was a sock in the end of the drain tube. That was it. God had to help. I couldn't afford to go to the washateria. Dad was grace under pressure. I thought you were the Maytag repairman. He didn't know anything about repair. He knew to trust in the Lord and take everything to God in prayer.